Hello, all my dear Leo friends. I have to say, great, grand, glorious Leo friends, because that's just Leo. That's how they are. Ah, great forecast for you in just a few seconds. First, I want to respond to the question I always get. And the question is, Max, are you going to be teaching astrology anytime soon? Yes, I'm going to start in February. I'm going to be offering beginning, intermediate, and advanced classes. Have you ever thought of becoming an astrologer? I mentor people. I help themselves. I empower people to empower themselves. And I would love it if you would like to become an astrologer. I'd like to help you become not just an astrologer, but a star. So if this interests you, stay tuned. If you're really excited about it, go to my website, MaxineTaylor.com, and shoot me an email telling me where you're at in your astrological studies, whether you only know your sun sign or if you've been what I call a kitchen table astrologer for years and years and years. But I haven't set a date yet, but it will be in February. Okay, now let's look at this glorious forecast that you got here. First of all, we got to keep in mind that Mercury has been retrograde. How could we forget it? For goodness sake, everything's been confused. All right. I hope you've been tying up the loose ends of unfinished projects, because that's what we do on a retrograde Mercury. It will go direct on the 18th. Super. It will move immediately into the shadow of the retrograde until February 7th. Now, the shadow of the retrograde is an interesting place, because the world will say, oh, Mercury is still retrograde. No, it's not, but it feels like it is when it's in the shadow of the retrograde. And this is a terrific time to tie up those loose ends that you didn't get to when Mercury was retrograde. Now, at the same time, Mars has been retrograde. So we've had a tag team. When Mars goes retrograde, it's not confused. It doesn't create confusion. Mars rules action and energy and passion. It's sex. It's what we fight with and fight for. It's what is number one in our lives. And we see it very clearly in industry and commerce when it's retrograde, because what it does is it flatlines. Nothing happens under a retrograde Mars. Nothing moves forward. Okay, it's going to go direct on the 12th. Great. Yeah, but it moves into the shadow where it will feel retrograde until March 15th. It's not retrograde, but it feels like it. So just, you're not going crazy, and there's nothing wrong with your thinking. It's just in the shadow of the retrograde. All right, let's jump in now. The sun, the giver of life, has been in your sixth house of work, health, and service. Your job has been very important to you. And with the sun in your sixth house, you're the leader. Okay? You're the person in charge. You're the one that people turn to lead. Now, I've found with sixth house action, you really don't want to give up. Leo doesn't want to give up the starring role. And so you can get stuck doing everything, crossing every T and dotting every I. So if you can delegate, great. On the 20th, the sun moves into your seventh house of partnership and the public. And if there is somebody special in your life, this is the person who wants your attention, and you're going to give it to them. So your relationships look wonderful. All right, Mercury's still retrograde till the 18th in your sixth house. So your work picture is confused. Excuse me. I'm watching my cat. She's very subtly letting me know that it's time for us to stop recording. Oh, subtle but effective. Okay, so back to you. When Mercury is in that sixth house, you're still tying up loose ends. You know what I mean? After it goes direct, you'll be able to move forward. And you will, because Venus has been in your sixth house. Venus is the planet of love and money and beauty. It rules the sixth house, of course, rules your health. And so this is a super terrific time to get thee to a gym, all right? And to beautify yourself and take care of your health. On the 2nd, which is tomorrow, today is January 1st, Venus moves into your 7th house, and the people you interact with are loving toward you and you love them. It is beautiful, just beautiful. So enjoy your relationships, all of them. And then on the 26th, Venus moves into your 8th house and you're rethinking love and money and all that good stuff. And if you, speaking of money, you can help other people create income for themselves. But anything in the 8th house becomes secretive and it undergoes a transformation, perhaps a shot in the arm. It's quite a powerful place to be. And you're rethinking money and love. Now, Jupiter, the greater benefic, is in its own house, the 9th house. You are seeing the big picture. You're dealing with principles, concepts, belief systems, higher education. Are you thinking of getting a higher degree? This would be a time to seriously consider it after Mercury goes direct, all right? Remember that. All right. You may want to travel, long distance travel. The airlines have to get their act together. When they do, it'll be much easier for you. And Mars, the planet of passion, impatience, energy. It is, of course, retrograde. It's going to go direct on the 12th. Wherever Mars is what comes first to you. It's what you fight with and fight for. And it's in your 11th house of friends and group activities. And so you may take a stand for your friends or with your friends. After all, you are great, grand, glorious Leo. Now, we have a full moon on the 6th. This full moon is in 16 of Cancer. It's in your 12th house of behind the scenes activities. And what you're going to want to do on this full moon is hibernate. You're going to want to be alone, whether to meditate or just get away from other people, because they're very strongly emphasized. I don't want you to think you're going to turn into a hermit, but any behind the scenes activities will come to a head for you to deal with. Any subconscious issues can come to a head to be dealt with. It can be quite beautiful. Then for 2 weeks, the moon wanes, and on the new moon, which is on January 21st, in 1 degree Aquarius 33. It's back in your 7th house, and you're saying, hey, baby, I'm back. I want to spend time with you. I want to interact with you. And you can pick up where you left off in all of your relationships. So, isn't that super? I just love it. Anyhow, I look forward to being with you next month when once again I take a look at your forecast. Until then, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now.